All right, welcome back to the Attack the Wreck podcast. Along with my co-host, Ryan Klingler. My name is Curt Van Hecken. Welcome to the Attack the Wreck podcast. I am your host, Curt Van Hecken, and you are tuning in to the number one rated podcast on the planet based on the people that rated it number one. The Attack the Wreck podcast is brought to you by Get to 2 Media. Ryan is back from a little trip. We'll maybe get into that a little bit here in a second. Right now, I'm sipping on some coffee. Shout out to my cuz Fuzz.
Guys, do you ever get stressed, maybe overwhelmed? Well, I know I sure do. And there's one way I handle that, the nature. What a great way to get out and enjoy the things around you outside. So today's podcast is brought to you by the nature.
All right, hey, Ryan, before we move on, get into the episode today, again, you were gone last week, so the week prior, we had our top three. It was top three running backs since 1980. I won that poll. It was pretty close. I only won, 64%, so a little bit over half.
I do say you did have the top two running backs probably ever.
Yeah, exactly. So I had Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. I mean, that right there.
Yeah.
And then I had Jerome Bettis. You had Bo Jackson, who, man, if he would have not gotten injured.
Yeah, he probably is up there. He probably rushes past a ton of records.
I would agree with that. And then you also had Emmitt Smith, all-time NFL leading rusher. A lot of people would argue, a lot of his success was due to his phenomenal offensive line, but obviously top leading rusher in NFL history. Can't shake a stick at that. And then you had your third was Marshall Faulk,
who was way better than Jerome Bettis.
Well, maybe the thing with Marshall Faulk is he kind of was the originator maybe of this new style running back. Now that we're seeing a lot of today, the receiving style running backs.
Yeah, sure.
Which, speaking of receiving style running backs, we were talking about Alvin Kamara a couple weeks ago and his possible suspension. I think you thought it was something to do with gambling. I think I said domestic abuse. We were both wrong. He got in a fight, outside of a club or a bar, and has received a 3-game suspension.
Oh, I don't remember discussing Alvin Kamara in the sense of the suspension, Curt. But sometimes you live and you learn, and I'm sure Mr. Kamara will serve his 3 games.
Yeah,
probably appeal it.
And that leads to something else that we need to clear up. I mixed up Jamal Williams and Jameson Williams. I mean, I didn't mix them up. I just mixed up who.
No, you mixed them up, Curt.
I mixed them up. Jamal Williams, running back from Detroit Lions, scored all the touchdowns last year. He now is with the New Orleans Saints, which will help them out with the absence of Kamara for the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And then the Williams that is suspended from the Lions for gambling on property is Jameson Williams, wide receiver.
Correct. Who was a rookie last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So and kind of had a rough,
injury-laden year for him.
Yeah. So hopefully the Lions can make it through 6 games without him. I think Jamal Williams is going to be a big hole to fill, but they did sign David Montgomery. They also lost DeAndre Swift. He's now with the Eagles, but then again, they drafted a really solid running back as well. So
I don't think they'll miss Jamal. I think he was a short down back who obviously did find the end zone quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, other people that were helping him get that close. So I think they'll be fine.
All right. So now that we've cleared all that up, Let's talk about today's topic. First episode of Hard Knocks came out last night.
Woo! Man. Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, I think I got so into Hard Knocks when you had a personality like Rex Ryan, a personality like Chad Ochocinco, a personality like Dan Campbell, and I think that, in my opinion, those seasons, those episodes were so good that it's hard to it's hard to compete with that, in my opinion. I really like to see that crazy, outlandish, outspoken, funny personality, and I think that Hard Knocks, for me to really get into Hard Knocks, they need to feature a character like that. And they've been few and far between ever since the Rex Ryan and Chad Ochocinco seasons. It was Dan Campbell was up there with that kind of personality as well, not quite to the level of Rex Ryan or Chad Ochocinco. So episode 1, kind of meh. I did think Aaron Rodgers was really entertaining, though.
Yeah, I would say I think it's very hard to have a personality like Rex or Ochocinco.
Yeah.
Because you have to take a lot of backlash. It takes a pretty special individual to be able to do that and kind of be content with themselves. I do like the Jets head coach. What is it, Robert?
How do you pronounce his last name?
I was going to say Slay, but
something like that. So, yeah.
Like that. So I thought he did a great job in San Francisco as the defensive coordinator. And I think he's got a great personality, but he's probably a little more like soft-spoken.
Yeah.
He's not going to be outlandish like Rex. I thought they made, I think Favre is...
Favre?
Not Favre. What did I say? Favre?
Yeah, you said Brett Favre.
Yeah, sorry, Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, the first episode, he was fun. He was having fun with his teammates, coaches, and my guess is that's, we'll see. Is that the true Aaron Rodgers? Because obviously there's a different persona out there if you ask the media.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that this disproves the media.
Well, does it disprove it, or is it a little more set up because it is Hard Knocks, Curt?
No, I don't think so. I think the media tries to portray certain people, whether it's in athletics, whether it's in entertainment, whether it's in music, whether it's in politics. The media tries to portray people in a certain way, and it seems like the media is all on the same team and all likes to really drive one narrative about certain situations, certain people, and I think that they have done that with Aaron Rodgers. And who knows? The teammates, his teammates here, with the Jets seem to love him so far. Obviously has a great relationship with the offensive coordinator. I think one of the players was even saying like how, the media narrative about Aaron Rodgers is so false.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think Aaron Rodgers is the type of person that doesn't really care what the media says about him, and almost feeds off the lying about him and the negativity, where he just kind of sits back and just like, whatever.
Yeah, I you know what? Wins and losses will kind of usually reveal a lot about yourself. So we'll see how the rest of the Hard Knocks goes. Obviously, they're not going to try to win preseason games, so it's not going to give you a true picture. It's never easy to play in New York, they say, right?
Right.
Tough media there. So I thought overall entertaining. I thought it was pretty laid back, though, pretty non, eventive.
Yeah.
Just kind of interesting to see some of the behind the scene things, but nothing that was gonna probably draw in more people like some of the other shows.
Yeah, I agree. It was very, very laid back. I think they were really, really pushing the Aaron Rodgers story, hoping to maybe get people to tune in. Just because
Which I'm sure they did. I'm sure there was a probably good.
And because he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's going to a new team.
Yeah.
There's some storylines there.
Oh, and the team is probably going to be 100 times better. I mean, I don't know what their record was last year off the top of my head, but they're going to be profoundly better just with the fact that you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so what do you think, though, with Zach Wilson? So they drafted him, 2 years ago, immediately threw him right to the Wolves. Obviously, he struggled his first couple seasons. Rather than getting rid of him, they've kept him as a backup. So I guess, what do you think they're thinking in that regard first?
Why throw away I don't know, was he number 1 pick?
Number 1 overall?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was
top 5, probably somewhere in that range.
I mean, he was certainly there. He was a first rounder.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe not quite that high. I'm trying to remember. You threw him to the Wolves. You probably knew. You probably understand. You made maybe a little mistake there. But now you put him behind Aaron Rodgers. Gets to learn a little bit. Maybe get some tutelage. Even though Aaron Rodgers, I think in the past, it says he's not one of those type of quarterbacks where he's going to train the backup. But I think
on the episode last night, he definitely was coaching up Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know. But throw it deep to, throw it to this guy. I mean,
well, no, when they were in practice, he was talking about some footwork stuff and some, where you lean in, where you do this and that and the other thing.
No, so maybe a little bit. Yeah. We got two different aspects here, Mr. Rodgers. But if the Jets are probably thinking, hey, if this kid can pick up some coaching points from Aaron and things that he does to be successful, then there's probably still a chance that they haven't wasted that first round pick.
Yeah.
And now you still can have a quarterback of the future after Aaron Rodgers decides what's next after the Jets.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's almost like if the Jets and Zach Wilson can kind of be on the same page and be like, hey, here's kind of what we should have done from day one. We should have not thrown you to the Wolves, but we didn't have a better option. Yeah. So now we're in this situation where you see a lot of quarterbacks that end up having successful careers that sit on the bench for a year or two, and then they end up having really good careers. So it's almost like, hey, let's throw those first 2 years out the window. We're starting fresh. We're starting now what we should have done with you 2 years ago had we had a better option. And now we're obviously going to go with Aaron Rodgers, and we want you to sit on the bench for a year or two while we have him, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, from the appearance of Hard Knocks, it looks like everybody's in a good position.
Right.
Everyone's pretty happy with the decision, and for the Jets fans, it's probably a blessing in disguise because you still have a chance for your quarterback of the future, and you get a great quarterback right now, and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Super Bowl or bust.
Right.
All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more of the Attack the Rack podcast. And welcome back to the Attack the Rack podcast.
All right, so as we mentioned in the intro, Ryan, you were gone last week, so instead of throwing out the Attack the Rack podcast, threw out a interview that I had done with a good friend named Mike Benko, who works for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh.
So we got a nice, nice perspective on the Jacksonville Jaguars from him. Today we talked New York Jets. We've talked Detroit Lions on a couple episodes. So we're gonna have Peter Hunsberger on as a guest. He's our Attack the Rack NFL analyst. He's from Philly, so he'll probably give us some nice perspectives on the Philadelphia Eagles. So, we're Lions fans, but we're talking about some other teams as well.
No doubt.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. In the intro, we had mentioned how you were gone last week.
Yeah. Before you hit that, in your interview last week, Curt, What was the forecast on Trevor Lawrence? Getting a little breakout year, maybe, or
well,
what are they expecting down in Jacksonville?
I mean, was last year a breakout year for him, or not quite yet? Well, their expectations are very high in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Definitely for Trevor Lawrence and for the team as well. You know, I think they're similar to the Detroit Lions, where you got a taste of success last year, and now automatically going into the next season, the expectations have ballooned quite a bit. So very similar to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Tough to duplicate that, because there was a little bit of late season success as well, big playoff win.
Right. Very, very similar. Very similar to the Lions. Obviously, the Lions didn't make the playoffs, but yeah, very similar season last year, and you know, not a lot of expectations last year, but then ended up having some success. Obviously, Jaguars made the playoffs, so now, you know, this year expectations are quite high for both those teams.
Yeah, they're AFC. Are they
AFC South.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, the AFC is so loaded. So.
Exactly.
Okay. So you were in the Dominican Republic.
Yes, Dominican Republic, little mission trip.
And what was the mission?
I think a lot of different things, Kurt. You know, we had a chance to give out some water filters to a village that didn't have any pure running water. Connect with youth. Yeah. You know, whether it was just physical activity and some faith-based stuff. So overall, just a good. You know, you go to the places we were at. You kind of get your eyes open that people are still living some different type of way than we do.
Yeah.
And it kind of can put your life in perspective.
Yeah.
And so overall, great trip. Was glad to get home.
Yeah.
So just I don't know if you got any other questions, but no, just a fun trip. Something I haven't done before. Haven't been out of the country in that sense.
Okay.
First time I had to use a passport. First time. I mean, So just an exciting trip.
So not really a vacation, but yet still nice to get away.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely not a vacation. I'm the opposite. We spent a day doing some physical labor, kind of helping rebuild a house, paint a house. Actually, try to build a basketball court.
Nice.
That we had a small piece of, and it won't be until 6 to probably 9 months before that thing's even close to being finished, because it's all manual labor. There's no the areas that we're in where they're not bringing in machines, and they're doing concrete by hand, and it's different. So definitely not a vacation.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, hey, that's awesome that you did that. I think it probably gives you a good perspective on how great we have it here in the United States of America.
Yeah, it definitely just shows that not everything is perfect out there. Don't take what you have for granted. Hopefully the students we took and we'll be able to share that, and it'll be a life-changing experience. And it's just like in our world here, Kurt. It's good to give back.
Yep.
That's how things change.
All right, Ryan. I know we got to get you out of here. You've got a really, really neat appointment today at your barber or your stylist. I'm not sure which you.
I'm going barber right now. I'm gonna let the top grow out a little bit, Kurt, but the sides are getting a little bit gray.
Okay.
I know it's thin.
Well,
it's short.
Yeah, you were cutting your own hair.
I was trying to save a couple dollars here and there, and but. Sometimes you got to change the look up and let the top grow a little bit.
Okay.
So, but today starts back to the barber.
Okay.
Shout out to Ivan.
All right.
Who got me in. And,
all right. Well, hey, then let's wrap her up here. Your week, your turn. Let's get into the top 3, brought to you by Realtor Ryan.
Real Estate Ryan has been in real estate for over 20 years and can help you with all your real estate needs. Realtor Ryan has helped me in my journey in learning about real estate and he can do the same for you, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just learn more about real estate in general. Ring Realtor Ryan.
So today's top 3, Ryan, what do we got?
Whew. Top 3 candy bars, Kurt.
Top 3 candy bars?
Candy bars.
Okay, I want to know, how do you define candy bar? I mean...
Well, we're talking candy bar, not just candy.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do Reese's peanut butter cups count?
Sure, you can count
Do
those.
Reese's Pieces count?
Sure, because you can go M&M's, peanut
M&M's, those all count.
Sure.
Okay.
All
right.
We'll go.
Okay.
We'll go all those.
All right.
Just no fruity flavors.
Yeah. It's got to have some kind of chocolate, peanut butter, nougat.
Yes. Caramel, as they say in the world. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, hey, we got to figure out who's going to go first. And I was just thinking, you have not. You haven't gone first.
Well, I haven't been able to crack your code yet.
No, yeah. So, and it's pretty easy. You got a 50-50 chance every time. So
it'd be geared towards your favor, but that's
so.
Today's the day, Kurt.
All
Today's the day.
Today, the 2 choices you have. So I'm thinking of one of 2 things.
Yep.
If you get it right, you go first. If I get it right, I go first. Hey, one thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
And, obviously this is we can change things whenever we want. Do you think we should go more snake style? So, like, if you go first, then I get the next 2, and then you go.
Well, that might be fair. That might be fair because, just like last week or 2 weeks ago, the Barry Payton thing was.
Well,
you got a huge. Well, I think Bo's is number 1.
Okay.
So, but in essence.
Okay, let's do that. Let us know in the comments.
Especially if we can't double choose, because then you're always getting.
So it'll go.
Unless if I ever win the first choice.
Yeah.
So nicer.
If you don't like snake style, let us know in the comments. So the way snake style will work, let's say I go first. I pick 1. And then you go, so it's like it's your first round pick, but then you get your second round pick as well.
Gotcha.
And then it goes back to me for the second and third, and then we'll wrap up with you with your last pick.
Okay.
So,
well, let's go for a snake style.
All right, let's do it. Okay. I am thinking of one of 2 different things.
Well, you only get to choose once.
Right.
So good choice.
What should I do today?
Good luck with that one.
All right, we've talked a lot about the Detroit Lions.
Sure.
And today we talked a lot about I got a better one.
Look at pace.
We mixed up the Williams.
Yeah.
So am I thinking of Jameson Williams or Jamal Williams?
I'm not sure you know which Williams you're thinking about. I'll tell you the darn truth, Kurt. It might be Bruce Williams for all I know. Let's go. I'm going to go. A little bit of help out there. I'm going Jameson.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
I knew you had a little infatuation with Jamal.
Well, you were close.
Start with a J.
Yeah, exactly. Same last name. Yeah, so you were close there, too. But no, I was thinking of Jamal.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to say, okay, my favorite, I don't think you're going to select.
Well, I know which one is your favorite. I'm not going to select it.
So I'm going to save it.
I'll be honest with you.
All right. I'm going to select first. I'm going to select the classic Snickers bar.
Yeah, it's a good choice. It's a good choice. Can't go wrong, right?
Yep.
You've got a good combination of some nuts and some caramel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an easy one.
Okay.
I'm going Twix.
Okay.
I mean, you got a left and a right. You really you're getting 2 in 1.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think this might.
What are we snaking?
Oh yeah, Snickers.
No!
Sorry.
Whoa!
All right, so I got Snickers. You got Twix. Yes. Now you get your second round pick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I love an underrated candy bar, Kurt.
Okay.
I'm gonna go whatchamacallit.
Whoa, Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look that up. If you're at a store near you, grab a whatchamacallit. You will not be disappointed. But go ahead.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, if you guys are out there listening, we'd love to have you as a sponsor of the program. All right, so I get my last two now.
Yeah.
All right, so I went with Snickers first.
Yep.
My second round pick is going to be a Reese's Fast Break.
Yep. I knew that was coming.
So it's like a...
That used to be your favorite.
Yeah.
You always came home with a little fast break.
Yeah. So
you love transition basketball.
True. Yeah, so the Fast Break, for those of you who are familiar, it's peanut butter, it's chocolate, and then what is it on the bottom? Like a graham,
cookie.
maybe?
Something's like a cookie.
Yeah.
A cookie graham, yeah.
Okay. So
Cookie.
I got Snickers, I got Reese's Fast Break,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to go with my all-time favorite,
Ooh.
plain M&M's.
Ooh, man. I think you just lost it right there.
No, you lost it with whatchamacallit.
Oh, Curt, it's underrated. Trust me. That's why you never see them in stores. They're always sold out. I'm going to go another one. Again, these are my favorite. These are at the top, right? We're saying that our favorites.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah, for sure.
You know, I love another underrated one. Now, I could go peanut butter cup, and that's going to be our best favorite.
Yeah.
Probably could go peanut butter M&Ms. I mean,
Well, there's nothing better than chocolate and peanut butter.
No, there's not. There's not.
Right.
But, Curt, just another classic when you're getting gas and, you know, checking out at the grocery store and you happen to see a Score bar.
What?
Oh, man.
Okay, tell us what a Score bar is.
Well, it's chocolate.
Yeah.
And it's like a very...
Is it coconut?
No.
Okay.
That's an Almond Joy, Curt.
Okay.
You're thinking of, which is another great one, by the way.
Ugh,
I just like it's a hard caramel, I believe. So it's very firm. I think that's all it is. Chocolate, caramel.
Really?
Got a real stick to it.
Okay.
No, let me double check what it is, Curt. Let's just...
Okay.
You can keep talking there.
Well, yeah, while you're looking that up.
Yeah, I don't want to get this wrong because I don't know what's in there, but...
I was just going to say another one.
I mean, you ever seen this?
Yeah,
stuff?
Okay. I just haven't seen it in...
Yeah. Oh, toffee. That's what I was saying. Not caramel.
Okay.
Toffee.
Okay.
That's the heart set.
Okay.
So, just saying.
Okay.
My favorite is I'm getting out of a store.
Okay.
Those are the three I'm going with. They were all day long.
Okay, so I went with Snickers.
Yep.
Fast Break.
Yep.
Plain M&M's.
Yep.
You went
Twix. Whatchamacallit.
And Score.
Score.
Okay. Any that were close where if let's say I would have picked Score, if I would have picked Twix, that you would have had to go with?
I love, you know, I'm not a big coconut fan. Not a big, is that pina colada type? Yeah, not my favorite.
Right.
But, Curt, checking out at the store again, once in a while I just grab that Almond Joy. Not bad.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a classic guy with like a Three Musketeer or Milky Way. Those don't do it for me. Those are great. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be around after we're long gone.
Well, I was gonna say if you would have selected one of mine, the next one I would have probably went with is Three Musketeers.
Ooh. You know what's another?
Milky Way shortly
really?
behind. Oh yeah.
Just disgusting.
Yeah.
But how about a Butterfinger? See,
Ooh.
I'm a Butterfinger guy too.
You know, I was never a fan, but I would say in the last year or so, I've dabbled and enjoyed them quite a bit.
Nice. Great on a blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to QD.
Yeah. QD.
Or DQ. DQ.
Hey, DQ, if you're out there, Dairy
Well,
Queen.
there's a DQ. It's a Lansing gas station.
Oh,
so they have like ice cream as well. So.
Okay. Well, hey, Dairy Queen, if you're out there, love to have you as a sponsor.
Or QD.
Or QD. Okay.
Either one. We'll take whoever.
All right, Ryan.
But thanks to nature.
Nature. And Realtor Ryan. Yeah, we're always looking for more sponsors, guys. So if you're out there, hit us up in the comments, and we'll figure out a way to link up with you. All right, Ryan, let's get you out to the barber.
Yeah.
That wraps up another episode.
Please subscribe to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you are updated every time we post. Also, please like, comment, and share.